congratulations on your win. Yesterday when I spoke to you, you told me you would let me know afterwards that now after sharing the octagon with Israel for 25 minutes, where do you rank his skill set amongst the other guys that you fought?
One of the toughest opponents in my life, in this shape what I have, because I have a really good shape and it was really tough fight, So yeah, one of the toughest.
Thank you, congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, and there was a lot of talk about Israel moving up to light heavyweight. You felt his punches and his kicks. Did he feel like a light heavyweight or did he feel like a middleweight who was fighting heavier?
We have to ask him. I think he feel light heavyweight on the ground, Maybe in stand-up, not so much, but when I take him ground, he feel the difference between, his category and 205.
Do you feel size was a factor in the main event?
Do I feel size?
Size was a factor.
Size is always a factor when you move up a weight class in this sport.
Especially going, it wasn't going bantamweight to featherweight, you were going middleweight to light heavy where you got a 20-pound difference. Do you think that showed itself there?
It was definitely a factor. It was weight was a factor. When you move up a weight class like that, strength is a factor. How hard these guys hit is a factor. And Jan is the real deal. If you look at and think about what you personally and everyone else thought of Israel Adesanya going into this fight, Jan fought a great fight against him. So.
I know you'll want to let this thing soak in, but at this moment, any regrets? Obviously you took a big chance here, right? You rolled the dice and it didn't pay off. Any regrets?
No regrets. No regrets. Like I said, this is I don't know. I feel like boxing or the boxing module or model has made it a bad thing to lose, which is, it sucks losing, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the end of the world. Like I said, I've lost before in the past, and one of my friend BDK, rest in peace, I've lost many times, but I remain undefeated. It's about this. Like right now, me and my team, we're just excited to get back home and work on certain little details, because I was drawing them out. He was trying to parry my jab, and I had an opening for my changeup, and yeah, he had good defense. He had an answer for a lot of things that I was throwing at him. Well, as well, I caught him a few times. I didn't hurt him, but he didn't hurt me either. But yeah, it is what it is.
Nice. Can you compare this to winning the title, what the feeling is like defending it versus winning it?
I don't know, I'll tell you tomorrow. But it stays different a little bit, because I was the champion, now but I defend my belt, so I proved that I'm true champion, so I don't know yet, but taste, always when you want to fight, it's amazing feeling, but right now, because I won against someone like Israel, one of the best in the world, now he got 21, so he's gonna remember me to the end of his life, the first one who defeat him in MMA. It tastes much better, amazing, and belt go to Poland, great feeling, amazing, one more time.
You think, sometimes like in boxing, Mike Tyson, when he was the champion, would intimidate fighters right before. And it seemed to me that, Megan had that with you, it almost like your aura of what you have accomplished in the past, she brought into the cage with her. Did you sense that she was a little tentative and not as, aggressive as she might have been in other fights?
My help, for sure, because I've been there before. I was challenged before. And when I fought Misha Tate, I was like, think about it, what she did in this sport, and then for sure going through your mind things. But if you're not ready for that moment, you'll not be able to get it. So the difference between me and her was when I was at UFC 200, I was ready to be a champion. So I'm 100% sure tonight she's not supposed to be in that. She's supposed to be in that. She's not supposed to be a champion.
The GOAT, in the women's division in the co-main event. Obviously, just an absolute devastating win. What did you think about Amanda this evening?
She's incredible. She's incredible, and she goes in there and she made it look easy tonight against a really tough girl who hits hard and who came to win. So couldn't happen to a better human being. She's one of the sweetest people on earth, and I'm really happy for her. And we're talking about turning her around quick here for the 135-pound title, since tonight was an easy night for her. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think she got out healthy. Juliana Pena stepped up and said, hey, Holly Holm is out of our fight. I think I should be the one to challenge for that title. Is that the fight that you'd like to make at 135?
Juliana Pena's been texting all of us all night. She's been busy tonight. Yeah, we could do that.
Because there is question, did your coaches tell you or something else? To be clear, for the record, both you and your team know that the downed opponent is an illegal strike, correct?
Yes, of course. If his knee was on the ground, he was a grounded opponent, but I didn't do it intentionally. There's a belt on the line, and to make this mistake intentionally, it's unacceptable.
Fight when they were calling the winner, you raised your hand. Did you know at that point that you had lost the belt, or did you think that it was maybe going to be a no contest? You eventually put your hand down, but did you at that point think you still had a chance of maintaining the belt?
Yeah, it was, at least I was expecting the fight to be a no contest at the moment.
Weirdness, of course, in the Bantamweight title fight, right? The first ever champ to be crowned via disqualification. Man, what did you think watching that whole thing play out?
Yeah, it sucked. It was a good fight. I mean, that was a fight that everybody was excited about tonight. Everybody knew it was going to be good. And, well, yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah. Both guys want to run it back. I mean, it was a very competitive fight. Safe to say we put that one back together again?
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Fair enough.
Aljo went to the hospital. He's cleared. Nothing wrong with him. Good.
That was not intentional. Really? Look at he's even like, what the are you doing?
He don't like it.
How in the
I feel like he came in. Boom. Yeah, he his head went boom. Look at his face. That's the weirdest face.
Oh, don't be sad. You just changed your life.
Ha ha ha!